Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
The world is watching.
Oh, baby. I hear the blues are calling.
Hello, Internet. Hello. And happy Derby Day from empty Churchill Downs here in beautiful, cloudy, I guess, Louisville, Kentucky. It's a warm day, and we are just thrilled to be here. Thanks for hanging out on the virtual tour, our trip around the virtual world and beyond. This is night 12, and we are just having a great time. This one, as far as preparation for this episode of the virtual tour, we are live, and this one did come down to the wire.
Yeah.
We are drinking mint juleps.
Finish?
Photo finish, one might say. We made ourselves mint juleps, which is traditional cocktail of the Derby, and there were a couple crazy miscues.
Well, I tried to crush the ice in the fridge, but it all just fell on the floor. That was the miscue.
Lost all of our ice about 10 minutes ago. But we're here, and we're live, and we're feeling great. Have you tried yours yet?
Oh, it's fantastic.
I agree. It's good. Yeehaw. Sweet. For anyone who doesn't know, the Kentucky Derby is it's a horse race that happens every year in Louisville, Kentucky, where I grew up. But more than that, it's kind of just like a cultural spectacle, a massive event. Basically, Churchill Downs, where we are, has been around since the 1870s, and every year on the first Saturday of May, we cram more than 100,000 people into this.
You personally?
I personally cram more than 100,000 people into this freaking place. And we all get drunk together and gamble together. It's very fun. Yeah, for today's episode, we will be doing very special All Request Saturday, as is tradition here on the virtual tour. So we'll play some songs, and I'm going to play my acoustic guitar today. And maybe, we could play a couple songs, and then I made a list of my favorite things about the Derby, because there are, some very specific things that happen every year, traditions that I really love. One of which is you're supposed to wear your biggest and your craziest hat. At least, that's encouraged. And I don't actually have a big or crazy hat.
A sexy hat.
A sexy hat.
Should I wear a sexy hat?
Should I wear a sexy hat? The answer is yes. Does that exist, though?
I don't know.
I think so. Anyways, so I have a comically small hat.
Let's see those race horses.
Yes, please.
They are starting to run wild.
Don your hats. I won't give away too much, but later on in the show, we will be potentially watching a race. One of my favorites from years past.
I just want to shout out Ed, who was running some gambling in the chat yesterday. This show is for you.
Yes. This will be a great show for wagering if you're into that stuff. I bet that they're gonna play this next song really bad. 10-1 odds. And then, so on and so forth. It would be encouraged.
I'll let Ed take care of it.
Yeah, Ed, you can set the numbers there.
He's the chat bookie from now on.
Perfect. Ed, I hope you're up for this. Cool. So yeah, if you guys have any requests for songs, shout them out. We will play whatever you want us to play, and then we will get into a little bit of Derby lore, and we'll make mint juleps together. I brought down a little Rachel Ray-esque kit, like how she puts stuff together on her show. I don't know. I feel like Rachel Ray. It's great.
We're adding a cooking segment.
Yes, we are adding. Yes, it's like the most basic recipe of all.
Wow, we have a tie right now for requests.
Okay.
It's a tie between Ange and Hands Grow. So I'm going to leave it up to the chat.
Yeah,
to let
chat.
me know which of those two you want to play.
Guide the way for us, please. It's All Request Saturday. We leave it in your hands.
Either one I got to tune down.
Yeah, I do need to we got to make a choice because I got to tune. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, Ange is
winning.
Just running
Edging
away
out.
with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then judges out. It's a photo finish.
Sweet.
Hansgrohe started to make a comeback.
Well, we're doing a Hange, baby. On the acoustic guitar.
It's in close second place, so maybe next round of requests later in the show.
I feel great. I don't think I've ever worn a dress in this basement. Or should I say...
or a hat.
Or a hat.
You've worn that.
I wear hats all the time. Okay.
How many races are on Derby Day?
Quite a few.
More than 8?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Cool. Ready to go? Okay, we're gonna play a few songs for you.
Let's do it.
And a 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4... get some emojis, please?
I messed up the beginning of that one.
That's okay. That song's always so fun to play. Thanks for requesting that one.
It is.
It really makes me think of my childhood and the people, the family members who I love so much. So, and all of you guys, it's just, we're here in solidarity with you. So if you weren't here, we wouldn't have anyone to hang out with virtually. So we appreciate you. Cool. If you have any more requests or questions?
Oops, I turned down my mic. I got a request for Not Again.
Ooh.
Can you do that?
I certainly can. I must tune my guitar.
Wow.
Will you guys hate me if you hear me too? Because like it's
Again?
an acoustic guitar this time. So it's
I think it'll be.
it's loud.
Yes.
I think it'll be.
Okay, guys.
You're already going.
I'm just all the
If there are
tuning
any-
time. I'm gonna fill up with wild horses.
Cool. Well, actually, that'll sound really bad because whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't give a. I don't give a hoot.
There's other ones if you want.
I love Not Again. Should we harmonize the lead at the end? Is that asking for trouble?
Yeah, we should.
Not Again. It kind of also reminds me of Kentucky, which is such a complicated state. Very weird.
Tell me about it.
I mean, fuck. Pretty much all states are. I mean, it's not unique in that fact, but the good comes with the bad, you know? Mitch McConnell, Rand Paul, don't really like those guys at all. At all. But there's some really great parts, too. Which I'll talk about one of them later, specifically. But, anyways, Not Again.
You start this one.
I know this one. Yes.
I said you start this one.
I know. I'm psyching myself up. All the little faces that make up the sky will fall and replace us when we die. Take it from me, I am alive. Or if not, at least this feels right to be tied. Coffee sick in space and my car drives itself down Central, up Harlem, aimless like I'm everywhere. I always forget how I felt, or at least try to listen well for the bell. The time we've taken has been every second a little bit more restless. The sounds have always been right there to help me hear myself again. It's you. Are you? It's you. Are Let's go into it. Back then, my teenage energy would take 1,000 shapes. I would recognize my wanting, then laugh it off and fill another page. But now it's not back then, and my face has hardly changed. I would let it happen back then, just gotta do it the same way. Woo! Amazing. Thank you. Thank you,
You always
Churchill
gotta harmonize.
Downs.
Dual leads.
I felt like a prog band for a minute. That was really great. Awesome. I love wearing this tiny hat. I wish I had a tiny hat for every day of the week. That would be great. Maybe one more request for now. We could do some more later, or if you guys just want to chat, if you have any questions.
Yeah, put your requests in the chat.
I've had exactly 2 sips of my
Get
mint
your
julep,
bets
and
in.
I'm feeling great.
Wow.
Are you going to talk about these
guests or requests?
Great.
You got some?
What were you gonna say, Dave?
Oh, are you going to talk about these glasses later?
Yeah, I made a list of things that I really like about the Derby, and those are it's on the list for sure. Let me know. Maybe we'll play one more song, and then I could do the list. I promise it won't be as long as the list that we did last
The
time.
top 10 yesterday.
You've Changed is getting a lot of requests, and I think that'd be great.
I don't think we played that on this one, actually.
Yeah,
I think
you
that...
have.
Okay, let's
Flew Under the
freaking do it.
Radar last
I'll just
time.
use a capo so I don't have to tune all the way.
You can tune.
I really don't feel like tuning this whole guitar again.
We're definitely a tuning band.
I hate tuning.
I hate tuning, but also...
I don't
I
hate it.
appreciate
I just hate doing it in front of an audience. It's
I mean...
stupid. Alright,
I
let's
think
play.
we've all seen bands that, you know, are just not in tune, and we were guilty of that at some points, too. And it's worth the time.
So, this song I wrote with my friends. This is like one of the only ones. My friends in high school and three of my friends and I had a band, but it wasn't really a band. It was like we would all smoke weed together and they would just watch me play guitar and like make suggestions. So we wrote the chorus of this song together in high school and had that floating around for a while. And then when I was home from college one summer, wrote the rest of the verses.
Seriously.
So that's one that I'm very fond of. So thank you for requesting. Eddie?
Yeah,
What?
sure.
Do you hate that story?
No, I love the story. I was looking at my phone.
No. Okay. I don't even want to know.
Funnyjunk.com.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Are you going to do the lead with me? Sorry. I messed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decisions aren't that hard when all you've got to think about is the life you've had so far. Just to realize the things that you loved were happenstance and objectively boring. You changed, and it's so sad. You've changed, and we feel bad. You've changed, and it's so sad. You've changed, and we feel bad. The laughter of the past has filled our hearts with sorrow. It is what it is at last. Just to open a drawer with a gift inside, meant for pleasure, but forcibly given back to us. Arms up in the chat. You changed, and it's so sad. You changed, and we feel bad. Yeah. You changed, and it's so sad. You changed, and we feel bad. Thank you. Thank you, internet. Was funny stuff happening in the chat?
We were just chatting.
That's cool.
Every night of virtual tour is a funny night.
in the chat.
There's lots of
Every night's a funny night in the chat.
There's lots of horse emojis going on.
Perfect.
The chat is having its own
Get ready,
race
guys.
Right
This is all just trying to build up the anticipation for what's to come. It's very exciting. That's the whole thing about Derby Day. Okay.
What? I think everyone in the chat knows that there's a race going on and that whoever has the most horse emojis put into the chat by the end of the episode will be crowned the winner.
It's like a raffle.
Yeah.
The more
Derby winner.
horse emojis you place, the better your chances.
It's really more like a bet.
And I'm gonna win.
Here we go. If the chat approves, I would like to go to my list. My favorite things about Derby. It is not a very long list, I promise. It is not 35 minutes long like our SpongeBob list.
Do you want some wild horses?
Sure. So, probably my favorite thing about the Derby growing up, something that you should know, is that we got time off school. So the Derby it's always on a Saturday, but the day before the Derby is on a Friday, obviously, is called Kentucky Oaks. It's essentially the same thing, whereas it's just a huge party, like a big day of racing, but it's for the female horses, the fillies. But it's also kind of like not everyone in Louisville goes to the Derby because it's expensive. The Oaks is like cheaper to get a ticket. I think it's like $20 instead of like the minimum for the cheapest ticket at the Derby is like $100, which is kind of stupid, but it's just worth it for the ridiculous fun. You know, once a year, not going every day. But
how many times have you been?
Twice. Yeah, I haven't been since 2015 because we have been on tour consistently in the summer, like in the spring, summer, so haven't gotten to go again since then. But I went to Oaks a few times before that, and like I said, that's the one that Louisville locals would go to more. And we got off school for it. Day off school.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's
so
crazy.
That was awesome. That was always awesome growing up. The next thing I would like to mention is when you go to the Derby and you buy a mint julep, which is the traditional cocktail of the Derby. Can you hold up your glass? It's served in a souvenir glass.
This one is Kentucky Derby 143 May.
So 3 years ago.
May 6th, 2017.
Right.
This is one of the newer ones.
And so they're different every year. There's like a custom design. And so you can like collect them.
And, okay, cool thing. They have a list of every single Derby winner on the back.
Yeah.
Can't make out any of them, but it is really sick.
And so my parents are really nice and you don't have to get them, you can get them at like Kroger or whatever the day after, like they sell the extras. But if you get them at the Derby, each mint julep you buy comes in one of those glasses, so you can collect like as many as you drink.
Yeah, what's that other design? You got like some 90s designs.
Yeah, this 90s one is really cool. It's awesome because this is the glass I'm going to use to demonstrate with later. But so this is from 1994. But it's really cool because my parents...
Quality.
Yeah, it came in nice. I was very surprised. I just
This one
gave
is-
Julia a good thumbs up.
This one is fogged glass. Maybe it looks better. My parents, though, have like kind of collected these over the years, and they gave me a bunch of them when we moved into this house together with everybody. And so we have like really old Derby glasses, and they look really cool. I didn't want to bring any of those down because I would be sad if they broke. But like the ones from the 70s look awesome. I don't know. It's like art that you can keep throughout the years,
Odds
which is
on
really
a
cool.
glass breaking tonight.
I hope, yeah, odds on a glass breaking. Let's hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see. Okay. Crazy hats, I already kind of talked about that. Betting, we already kind of talked about that.
You didn't, keep going.
Another thing that I like a lot about it, and this is kind of specific to like being in Louisville for the Derby and for the lead up. There's a ton of wacky lead up in town. It's called Derby Festival, where there are all these events peppered into the weeks beforehand. There's like a huge fireworks show, which is really fun. But there's also like a bed race where like people build these crazy ass beds and like race them down the street. And there's like a wine race where people have to power walk while holding like a tray of wine around a track. Like crazy shit that just like happens. And I love all that stuff. But my favorite thing about the lead up to Derby is that the winner, the horse that wins, gets like a bed of roses draped over it at the end, which is why it's traditionally known as the Run for the Roses. But in the weeks leading to the Derby, Kroger, the grocery store. Kroger's a grocery store. They assemble the garland of roses at a certain location, like in real time, and you can go watch them assemble the roses. And all of their commercials leading up to Derby feature the roses, and then they segue to like the sales they have going on, but it's really dramatic, and they're like surrounded by roses, so it's like deli ham, $1.99 a pound, like really dramatic with horses running and roses. It's like, it's so cheesy.
Rose explosion.
I live for that shit, man. So I love all the rose
Marketing
ads.
kitsch.
Yeah, all the cheesy ass Kroger ads. That's a deep cut for sure.
What
You're
number
convincing
is this
some people. Some people are talking about going to the Derby now.
Oh, it's incredibly, incredibly fun. That
Quote sounds lit as fuck.
it is, dude. That's why I
Well,
haven't
the other
even
thing-
talked about really, but
Yeah, like the crowd at the Derby. Have you mentioned that?
How much are the mint juleps?
They're
That's
like-
the second time someone's asked that question.
Like $13.
yeah, they're like $12 or $13, but they're incredibly strong, and they come in this souvenir glass.
Yeah.
So you're pretty
exactly.
much just paying for the glass,
Oh,
and
okay. I didn't know it came with the glass.
it comes in the glass, and so
Okay.
these are from the Derby.
Wow.
It's
okay.
very
I
exciting.
didn't understand that before.
Yeah, but
How
so
many mint juleps would it take for a horse to forget its name? I don't think they're supposed to drink those.
I don't think they're supposed to drink those. They just drink
It's not a protein
water
shake.
and barley.
When they're retired
Salt
from
solution.
racing, that's what happens.
I don't know how it works. But so what happens is, day in the life, you're meant to get there really early in the morning. It's kind of like the craziest college tailgate you can imagine, but instead of like a football game, there's just continuous races happening throughout the day that you can bet on each one. And so there's multiple ways to do it, but the only way I've ever done it is, can you show the aerial photograph, Sean? It's when you'll notice in, am I pointing at it?
Yeah, well, no, you're above it. Down. Yes. It
Okay.
doesn't matter.
So
Go like this.
when you're in, is it working?
The other way.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Close enough.
So, if you'll notice, the brown oval going around is where the horses run most of the time. It's like a dirt track. There's a grass track within that, and then within the very center of the oval, the big grassy oval, is called the infield. And that's where tens of thousands of drunk people wearing their craziest clothes, crazy fancy clothes, but also crazy just kind of who gives a shit clothes, exactly, are buying these mint juleps and betting. And there's no seats. You just bring a blanket and sit down on the grass.
On the muddy ass
It's
grass.
it's grody, man, but it's really, really fun. And that's the cheapest way to go, and that's the only way that I've ever
And
gone.
that's where that's where the party is.
That's where the party is. And then to get to the seats, you can still go to the other side to like visit friends. You like walk in a tunnel under the track, but then you can sit like in the bleachers and watch that way. But that is way more expensive. So
I haven't been to the Derby, but I've been to Churchill Downs, and it's a cool place.
it's a cool place. Yeah, it's
Cool experience.
yeah, it's fun and it's cheap to bet. You don't have to go in with a lot of money at all. It's like the minimum bet is $1. $2 is like the standard minimum bet, and you can make money if a long shot wins.
Yeah.
If you get lucky or know what you're doing.
You gotta be good.
Just curious, is Gatorade involved with the Kentucky Derby at all?
Good question.
Hashtag.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't.
Maybe for
I
the
don't believe
jockeys.
so.
I couldn't tell you. I've never seen a Gatorade
Do
presence.
jockeys have
Okay.
sponsors on their?
No.
No sponsors on their uniforms.
No, it's like they're called silks.
Yeah, and they're more like related to like heraldry stuff.
Yeah, each barn has their own colors that the jockeys wear.
Mm-hmm.
That question wasn't asked, but
Dave
we have
asked.
we have a contractual obligation to
Mention
talk
Gatorade.
about
Oh,
at
oh,
least
cool.
30 seconds to a minute.
I
So we
mean-
fulfilled that.
I mean, if I were a jockey, all I would want to drink was Gatorade. I think it would quench my thirst. It's hard work
Yes.
what they do. I mean, obviously the horses are doing like the bulk of the work and are just incredible to watch.
But they just need water and salt
And I'm sure they need food
and food.
and love.
I'm just imagine. I watch Adventure Time, y'all, and I'm just imagining the Flame King whispering to his daughter, "Evil, evil, evil, evil. Gatorade, 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 Gatorade."
Okay, and I had 2 more things on my list really quick. I will say this. There's, at the beginning of, like right before the Derby race happens, there's a tradition where we sing Kentucky's state song, which...
Is that on this? I'm gonna look for it.
Oh, I'm gonna play it later.
Oh,
That was my plan. It is
You want to
one
play
of my...
now?
No, I want to play it later. I feel like it'd be a good way to end the episode, because it makes me emotional. It's a really good song, and it's weird because like most states either don't have songs to my knowledge, or if they do, who the fuck knows what they are because they suck.
You know
I
the
assume.
Chicago song.
I don't know.
Da 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 da.
Hey.
Da.
Nice. Yep. That
Dynasty.
one's okay.
Does the Kentucky State song mention the Colonel?
No, it predates the Colonel by a fair amount. But anyways, and then we'll get to that because it's a really good song. I want to talk about it later. The last thing is watching the Derby on tour with our friends. That's kind of become the tradition. We've done that for many years in a row now because we've seemed to be on tour every year. And it's been really memorable. We watched it in Italy with Wild Pink, and we were so loud that the Airbnb host shut off the power because it was like the middle of the night over there. That was fun. And Sean remember. And last year we watched it with Pup at the Metro. And last year's Derby was really weird because it was the first time ever that there was a contested result, and the horse that won was disqualified for cheating, for like bumping another horse on purpose, which it was a big controversy, and I was frustrated because I bet on the winner, and then he got disqualified, and I lost my money.
I think we both, like, did you get like a box on the, like the Electa box? On the
Exacta box?
Exacta box.
I don't remember, but I bet on the winner, and then he got disqualified, so I lost. But that's okay. But anyways, so watching it on tour is fun to try to convince people to get into it, and we draw names of the horses out of a hat and put it in make a pool. It's a good time. So anyways, we are really hammering this theme. Isn't it fun?
It's a history lesson.
It's a great day. This is the next best thing to be in there. So cheerio. Cheers.
What's next on the agenda?
Well, I kind of had songs interspersed.
Also, how long is this race? Have you mentioned?
It's like 2 minutes long.
It's not a very long race.
Do you want to get to the race?
Should we do the how-to? Let's make them in Julep together, and then let's do the race.
Yeah, you gotta get properly sloshed.
Okay, guys.
Yeah,
we need to pregame this race because it goes by quick, and we need to be in the moment. You know what I mean? So we're gonna make mint juleps together. At home, what you're gonna need is some bourbon. Am I too loud? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We need bourbon, and we need a glass, and...
Do you want a little prep area?
No, I got it all.
You can
Actually,
take center stage, yeah.
I need, Oh, Jesus. I need, Dave, could you go upstairs and get the meat tenderizer? I was using that to muddle it. Oops. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just bumped the mic, guys. Probably made an awful noise. I apologize.
Here, take center stage.
I'm centered. I am centered. Okay.
There you go.
The other things you'll need. Mint. Fresh mint. We are incredibly lucky because there's like random mint that grows in our backyard without us trying. And it actually grows a lot. Like half of our backyard is like a big mint bush. And so we picked this today. It does the trick. And then simple syrup, which is just sugar dissolved in water, equal parts. Dave added brown sugar as a little twist, so ours is a little bit brown. But it's just white sugar and water dissolved. Okay, so let's freaking do this. You're going to add your simple syrup here. I usually do like, I don't know, 2 shots worth maybe. And then you're going to add some mint, fresh mint, right in there. And then this is a key step. If you have a mortar pestle or like, you know, one of those things like is it the mortar?
It's called a muddler.
A muddler. That's what you're going to want to use. I'm using the end of a meat tenderizer.
You probably have one somewhere else.
You're going to need to muddle the mint into the simple syrup to release the juices of the mint leaves and make it taste
Extra good.
make it extra minty and good. Okay. Properly muddled.
Proper. With a meat tenderizer.
Yes. And then you add in your ice. Now, in an ideal world, you would have crushed ice. Like
small,
like tiny little
not
pebbles
quite
of ice.
slushy, but
Yeah.
crushed.
We tried to crush our ice, which led to our dramatic miscue that we told you about at the beginning of the show. So we're just going to use regular old ice. But crushed ice would be ideal because you're not actually going to add that much bourbon, which is the second to last step.
Second to last.
Mm-hmm. We're taking our Old Forester here, America's oldest bottled bourbon, my favorite. And I have a handy shot glass here. We're just going to take one shot.
I mean, that's a huge
It's
shot.
I guess this is like a shot and a half, but take this, pour it in. And it doesn't look like it's full. If it was crushed ice, it wouldn't matter because the ice would kind of be at the top, which is what you want.
That's some ice.
And, okay, I'll add a little more ice. Here, this is going to topple over. Can you hold this? A little more ice, and then the final step is you garnish with a little leaf of mint. And, that's all she wrote. Once again, the crushed ice, it would look like a snow cone, kind of. But this is what you want. And, give it a little slosh. That's how I stir. Slosh.
Slosh action.
I feel like Tim Heidecker. Okay, and now it's time to taste the final step, my favorite step.
This is very Rachel Ray.
Damn, that's good. It's basically just sweet bourbon with mint. They should put that on the poster. Okay.
I'll take that.
You mind taking all my mise en place?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, so now that we've made our mint juleps, guys, we're gonna segue into the race, what we've all been waiting for. I'm gonna come over. Did you move the screen?
You're good. You come over.
Sweet. Okay. So here we are. Hello, chat. Wow, I'm so happy we're here together. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We are going. Oh wait, I need this mic to be on.
You're good. It's on.
It's quiet. Check. Okay, we are gonna watch one of my favorite derbies from years past, which is the Kentucky Derby from what?
Maybe this mic doesn't work.
Yeah, it's really quiet.
Sure.
Here,
It's definitely turned up. So.
I think let's try this. Is it better? Check. Check. It should be fine.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay. I think we're good to go. So, we are going to watch one of my favorite derbies from years past, which is, drum roll please, the derby from 2005. Okay, so let's start out with our list of horses here. I really encourage you to consider all 20. It's a big field, but pick your favorite. And please, if you know who is going to win, don't spoil it for us all. Let's see. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I apologize if it is.
Giving us a depth of talent not often seen on this first Saturday in May.
Okay.
The betting on the Kentucky Derby
2005
opened
vibes.
yesterday, and let's check the current odds for the 131st running of the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
Sorted out, Bob Baffert trained alongside
That's one of the best
57
things
to
about
1.
horse
Sun King at
racing
50, Noble
is the names are so
getting
fucking
some play at
dumb.
11 to 1.
I love it.
23 to 1 on High
Coin
Limit.
Smoother.
That's Bobby Frankel's horse.
So
Greater Good 57.
A note about the
Greeley's
odds, the
Galaxy
bigger the
21,
number means
Giacomo
the
at 49.
less likely it is that they'll
8 to 1.
win.
A Fleet Alex second choice at 4 to 1.
So 67 to 1 means they're pretty much not going to win. Also, there's a horse named Wilco, which
6
is
to 1.
theirs.
Bellamy Road is the 5 to 2 favorite. And the
So
others are
keep these names in your
odds.
mind,
And make
guys.
their way over to the
And if you need me to,
That's the scene as they
is this
mill
too
around
is this too
waiting for
short?
the
Should we play it again? Do you need more time to choose? Because this is crucial. You gotta know who you're choosing. I'm gonna play it one more time.
Today, whether it's good enough or not, I don't know.
giving us a depth
Here
of
it is.
talent not often seen on this first Saturday in May.
I'm running it
The
again.
betting on the
I'm running it
Kentucky
again.
Derby opened yesterday, and let's
All
check
right,
the
let's
current
see these
odds
fucking
for the
horses.
131st running of the Kentucky Derby. Sorted out, Bob Baffert
So,
trained a long shot 57 to 1.
The favorite, if I remember, was Bellamy Road, who's like number 16.
23 to 1 on High Limit.
George
That's Bobby
Steinbrenner
Frankel's
of the
horse.
Yankees.
Greater Good 57,
owns
Greeley's
that
Galaxy 21, Giacomo at 49.
And
High
I love all
Fly
the
8
fun
to 1, a
colors,
Fleet
all the
Alex second
jockeys'
choice at 4 to
outfits.
1. Spanish Chestnut expected to be the pace setter, a long shot. Bandini 6 to 1. Bellamy
stand
Road
behind me,
is the
Dad?
5 to 2 favorites, and the
Depth
others are
of
double-digit
talent.
odds. And make their way over to the paddock.
Okay,
That's the scene
we've
as
watched
they
it.
mill
So
around.
the next fun part of the Derby is when the horses are almost ready to go. This little man in a red coat and white pants emerges from his house and
Today,
plays
whether it's good enough or not, I
plays
don't know,
his
but we
song on
will
the
see
trumpet.
A big effort from Flower Alley, Tom.
on the bugle. So we gotta watch
coming
that.
up, that magical moment which gets to even the most experienced Derby veterans.
That
of playing an
magical
old Kentucky
moment.
home. It begins with a call to the post.
Yeah, Ed, you need to collect all the bets here. Oh.
Everybody raise your drinks at home.
Raise your drinks at home if you got your mint julep. Yum, yum, yum.
Gentlemen, the management staff.
Okay, so then the horses walk around and everyone cheers for a bit.
Will the real screen please stand up?
Yeah, people are angry that you're gone, Sean. There's anarchy in the chat right now. So I didn't include the clip of watching the horses because it's like 10 minutes long. And I'm working on brevity, guys.
Bourbon Coke?
So, but the time has come to watch the race. Are you ready? This is one of the best sports calls, in my opinion, ever. Okay.
And now for the call of the
Here we go.
131st Kentucky Derby. Let's go to Tom Durkin.
The final
Who do you
horse is
think's
taking
gonna
their place
win?
in the starting gates. There is Going Wild with his white blinkers, and he's got some early speed. He might be somewhere in the mix early. And on the far outside, Buzzards Bay.
Buzzards
Ready for the
Bay.
of the 100.
Who do I got? Oh, I know who I
31st
fucking
Kentucky
got,
Derby.
baby.
23-year-olds in line. Spanish Chestnut breaking.
I didn't, but my grandpa did.
And they're off.
Sorry for
in
the grainy
Kentucky Derby,
video.
And Bandini and Spanish Chestnut both broke quickly. Bellamy Road is right there with them. And on the far outside, it's Going Wild. So a stampede under us for the first time. And as expected, it is. Spanish Chestnut in front. Going Wild right there on the outside. Bellamy Road not far behind in third. Flower Alley is fourth. High Fly fifth between horses. Closing argument sixth on the outside. High Limit is seventh at the rail, and Bandini is running in eighth position.
That's the
Sunken
classic
towards the
shot
inside.
right
Buzzards
there.
Bay is 10th. A Fleet Alex in
First
tight
turn.
quarters, running 11th. 3 lengths back. Going Silver is now 12th toward the inside. Noble Causeway is 13th. Andromeda's Hero
I
is
love
now
this.
14th. Wilco 15th. Greeley's
Wilco,
Galaxy
15th. Get it, Wilco. Come the
17th in
fuck
between horses.
on.
Sorted out as
I love when they
18th.
grade
And
the
then
horses.
Don't Get Man is 19th, and Greater Good is the last of 20. 45 and 1/5 seconds among the fastest opening half miles ever in the Kentucky Derby. In the role of the pacemaker, it is Spanish Chestnut. Flower Alley second on the inside.
No, but they're
Javier
going.
Castellano is now asking Bellamy Road at the half-mile pole. Going Wild in between horses, so too High Fly. And Buzzards Bay making a move on the outside, closing argument. A Fleet Alex trying to thread his way through between horses. He will go inside as they round the far turn. 3 furlongs to go here. They ran 3/4 in a bruising 109 and 2. And here comes Bellamy Road, who's charging up on the outside. High Fly is moving with him. Spanish Chestnut is weakening. A Fleet Alex is in behind them. Closing argument is in with the chance there on the outside. Buzzards Bay coming down the middle of the track at the top of the stretch in the Kentucky Derby. High five, Bellamy Road. Closing argument on the far outside. Here comes a Fleet Alex arching through between horses. Giacomo, don't get mad. Late charge on the far outside. Coming down to the finish. Closing argument, short lead. Giacomo, a Fleet Alex. It's a 3-horse photo finish. And on the wire, it's Giacomo.
It's Giacomo, bitches. Holy shit. Look at that.
Don't get mad.
What a winner. What a winner.
The time was 2:02.3. So it is Giacomo, the winner of the
That's the
Derby,
guy who
and
lost.
the second biggest long shot in the 131-year history
Wow.
of this race.
Yeah,
Wow.
49
Okay,
odds,
who had Giacomo, fam? Did anyone have Giacomo from 2005? So Giacomo was the second biggest long shot ever to win. His odds going into the race, I think, were 49-1, and so he would have paid out like $50. Ugh, I hate this dumb thing.
Oh, like
for
on
my
a
head.
$2 bet?
Yeah, like on a $2
bet, $100.
$100. There you go. And my grandpa, so the reason that I remember this race so fondly, I would have been like 12 years old. But my grandpa is Italian American. He's really, really, really nice. But he talks like he's in The Sopranos. But he's like not a murderer. He's like a really nice person. But he's like Giacomo, because Giacomo's the Italian version of the name James. And so
Or
he,
Jack, I thought.
that it's like a
Jack is James. Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Yeah. So, but anyways, so he bet just like $10 on Giacomo because of like the sentimental attachment to his heritage, and won a bunch of money because of that. And he for weeks was just like, Giacomo got me my money. It was awesome. He was so happy. We watched it together, and he's 90 years old now, and still, I mean, if the Derby were on today, he would be, placing those bets and watching.
He's not a murderer equals favorite.
All right,
uncle.
Indie Monster, thank you. The $2 exacta paid $9,800, which is insane. So that means if you bet on the horse that won and the horse that came in second together, you won $9,800 on a $4 bet. So awesome. So anyways, that was really fun. Thanks for watching that with me, guys. Oh boy, it substitutes for not having a race to watch today. All right, I gotta put my hat back on.
Well, I mean, that's the ESPN approach, and they're doing great.
Yeah, I think NBC broadcasted the 2015 Derby today, which was American Pharoah, who went on to win the Triple Crown.
Guys, 2015, I would have won so much money on that. I texted Julia my bet. I think she was in Kentucky, and I was in Chicago.
At that Derby. It was great.
Yeah, and like you placed your bet. I placed the $2 exact.
You texted me right after I got out of line, and those lines were long, people. Let me tell you.
I would have won like probably like $75, but still.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna pass the torch back to Screen, and play a couple, maybe play one more request, and then I'll play My Old Kentucky Home, and we will ride off into the sunset together. Good times.
Get your bets in.
Well, the bets, yes. Continue to bet on other things if you'd like. It could be anything.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, it's on your Game Boy.
Oh, no. Speaking of, I brought down a special thing, I believe.
What? It's right here on the floor.
I thought I brought batteries down.
Dave bought batteries for his Game Boy. If you were watching last night, that was a big highlight of the show. Dave lamenting his lack of batteries. And he bought some today, but he lost them, and now he left to go find them, I guess. So that's life here on the virtual tour, baby.
The screen's a little messed up, so I'm covering it with me and Marcus's face.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We don't have the capacity to fix this right now. Sweet. Okay. Oh, while Dave's gone, really quick, I want to plug a couple things. Tomorrow, we're going to have Sarah from Illuminati Hotties on the show, playing a couple songs, chatting about her life in these ridiculous freaking moments of quarantine, and about music. I'm really excited to talk to her tomorrow. It's gonna be
super
it's gonna be really fun. So come out for that. Sundays are our matinee, so 4 p.m. Chicago time. Wherever you are, it's 4 p.m. Chicago time. I don't know. And yeah, thank you to anyone who has bought our music on Bandcamp this weekend. It's been really great. We put up a couple demos in case you're looking for something a little different or new. If you've already purchased our new record, those demos are up. They're like $1 each, and they're pretty different. They're like, I don't know, different enough that I feel comfortable showing them to people. Because what?
There's definitely.
Did they suck, Sean?
No,
Sean's
sorry,
laughing at me.
He's looking at his phone.
Okay, whatever.
Y'all want to hear this glorious startup noise? Guys.
Are you sure the batteries are?
Yeah. Also, all right, startup noise and the intro tune for Game Boy Camera is really sick. So.
Here, this is the mic. Can you do that noise again?
Yeah, hold it to your left. Yeah, that's great.
Look, Mario's on there. Oh man.
Dopamine flowing through our veins.
And so there's mini games to get to like the music section. DJ. Let's see my saved beat. Oh, tempo 15.
15 BPM?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck were you on?
This is
All
my
right,
saved
I'm gonna
beat.
tune for this last song, guys.
What do you have something in mind, or do you want me to?
I was.
You have the choices, but you say what you're gonna play first.
Oh, whatever. What are you guys thinking?
No, what are you gonna play?
I was just gonna play my old Kentucky Home and call it a day, but I'm down to play another song if you guys want.
I think you could do one before if you want to, and I'm gonna leave it up to the chat. Have a Heart versus Hands Grow.
Hands Grow would probably be.
You played Hands Grow a lot on this. I mean,
know,
I
but
love
it's
it,
fun. I don't know.
It got a lot of requests earlier, but now Have a Heart's getting a lot of requests. So
Have a Heart makes me nervous
I
because I
wanna
haven't
see
played
what
that
they
song in so
say.
long. I'm probably gonna mess it up. But I could try.
Well, Hands Grow seems to be winning.
Okay, great.
Wow.
Okay,
Uh,
let's freaking do it, guys.
yeah, let me see if I could make a little shaker beat.
Dave, I foresee that presenting a challenge. Okay, almost ready.
Alright. It's not gonna work this time. I will craft a beat for y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow. Besides our conversation with Sarah, who'll be here live with us, we're gonna do a really, really special Weed Sprout update tomorrow. It's a big one, so please tune in for that if you care at all about the well-being of little Dave,
I think that's
which hopefully is all of you.
what I care most about.
So yeah, one of the demos that's up on Bandcamp is the demo for this song. It features the original lyrics, which are really dumb. So spend $1, download that if you if you want to hear the original hippy dippy lyrics to this. All right, they're not all different, but a few of them are, and it's really ridiculous. Anyways, so thanks for requesting this one. Also, I know someone messaged me on Instagram asking for like a playthrough of this song, and I sent you the chord, like I tabbed out the chords for you. So
Charts?
yeah, hopefully me playing, you can watch my hand. If you're watching, I don't know if you are. Hopefully. Is Mark here?
Mark.
Hey Mark, if you're here. Our new fan Mark. What up? Alright. Ready?
Let's do it, yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
All the way to the sky.
Thank you. Thank you. Woo! Okay. Hell yeah, this has been so much fun. You guys are the best. We love our fun community of virtual tour attendees, aka the chat.
The chat is glorious.
Yeah.
All of you people.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. We're gonna bring the virtual tour weekend to an end tomorrow. We're very excited for that. I think we're gonna play a couple covers tomorrow, as well as
Special guest?
I was gonna play the song Half Step Down.
Oh, nice.
It's in B technically, C shape, half step down.
Yes.
But we'll play a couple covers tomorrow, and I think maybe a super new song. So if you're in the mood for that, tune in. 4 p.m. Chicago time tomorrow. And yeah, so we'll play one last song. This is the song that we sing right before the Derby. I was gonna include that video, but to be honest, the version that the U of L marching band plays every year is like really slow and lame.
Too somber.
Too somber. This song is so catchy, and the fact that we have like a catchy ass state song is so badass to me. Like I said, a lot of things about Kentucky really suck, but some things are great, including this song, which was written by Stephen Foster, who is kind of known as like the first great American songwriter. He wrote like, oh Susanna, come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. He wrote that song. He wrote Camptown Races, sing this song, do-da, do-da. So yeah, and then he wrote this song too. Looking back, I was reading his wiki, kind of a problematic guy. The lyrics of this song were originally, it's kind of like Fantasia. They've kind of been edited over time. But the melody and the spirit of missing the place where you come from is something that I really enjoy. And so...
Captured a good moment.
Yeah, it captured a good feeling.
In most of the right ways.
In most of the right ways, exactly. Dave, that's an annoying sound.
Julia, have you been to Land Between the Lakes?
No.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I. I thought maybe that was a Kentucky
That's
thing.
like a state park, right?
Maybe. It sounds like it.
Land between the
I thought you would freak out. I thought it was a Kentucky.
I know.
Centric thing.
I've been to Cumberland Gap.
Ooh.
And Red River Gorge. Those are cool places in Kentucky. Other than that,
Oh, you know who we forgot?
who?
It's too late to make him, but the Western Kentucky Big Red
Scott?
Blob.
The blob, the big
He
red blob.
is my favorite thing on the planet.
That's another great thing about Kentucky. Western Kentucky University's mascot, the big red blob.
He is the happiest
Hilltoppers.
thing.
So the key I'm gonna play is this key. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for indulging all my ridiculous KY ephemera. And here we go. Maybe we'll learn Illinois state song someday if it exists, but it probably sucks, so probably not. Okay. Not trying to be an asshole.
Well, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the people are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll
has been the virtual tour, Derby 146 edition. Thanks for watching. Horse emojis, horse emojis, horse emojis. Boom, 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 boom. This has been another memorable Derby. The real Derby has been postponed to September. Lord knows if we're still doing this virtual tour in September. Perhaps we will broadcast it live. But let's hope and pray that we're allowed out of the house by then. Who knows? Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
9 o'clock. The real party's starting right now.
The real party's starting right now. The after party. Derby, baby. Cool. We'll see you tomorrow.
I don't know what this song is. I'm going out on it.
Yeah. What is it? Is it...
no.
Is it not working?
It sounds beautiful.
Woo! Bye!
This is the official Kentucky Derby song.
Yeah.
Goodbye.